Okay, so hello everyone, myself Gaurangi Pushpa and today I'm back with my another video. So in today's video we'll be talking about malicious prosecution under the law of torts. So let's move towards the video. Okay. So proceeding instituted maliciously may include not only malicious prosecution and malicious arrest but also malicious bankruptcy and liquidation proceedings. Malicious execution of process against property and malicious search. Malicious prosecution is the malicious intention of unsuccessful criminal or bankruptcy or liquidation proceedings against another without reasonable or probable cause. Generally, it can be said that malicious prosecution can be defined as judicial proceeding instituted by one person against another from wrongful or improper motive without any reasonable and probable cause to justify. In the case of Bengal State Electricity Board versus Dilip Kumar Rai, the court defined the term malicious prosecution in the following words: a judicial proceeding instituted by one person against another from wrongful or improper motive and without probable cause to sustain it is a malicious prosecution. The court in the same case laid down the distinction between an action for malicious prosecution and an action for abuse of process in the following words: a malicious prosecution consists in maliciously causing process to be issued, whereas an abuse of process is the employment of legal process for some purpose other than that which it was intended by the law to affect the improper use of a regular issued process. So some essentials of the malicious prosecution are: prosecution by the defendant, absence of reasonable and probable cause, defendant acted maliciously, termination of proceedings in the favor of the plaintiff, plaintiff suffered damages as a result of the prosecution. Now let's look into it one by one. Prosecution by the defendant. The first essential element which the plaintiff is required to prove in a suit for damage for malicious prosecution is that he was prosecuted by the defendant. The word prosecution carries a wider sense than a trial and includes criminal proceedings by way of appeal or revision. In the case of Musa Yaqub versus Manilal, it was held that it is no excuse for the defendant that he instituted the prosecution under the order of the court if the court was moved by the defendant's false evidence to give the order. So second is absence of reasonable and probable cause. In a suit for damages for malicious prosecution, the plaintiff has also required to prove that the defendant prosecuted him without reasonable and probable cause. The question relating to want of reasonable and probable cause in a suit for malicious prosecution should be decided on all facts before the court. In the case of Antarajami Sharma versus Padma Beva, it has been said that the law is settled that in a case of damages for malicious prosecution, onus of proof of absence of reasonable and probable cause clause rests on the plaintiff. Defendant acted maliciously. In the suit for damages for malicious prosecution, it is another essential element which the plaintiff is required to prove the defendant acted maliciously in prosecution to him and not with the mere intention of carrying the law into effect. Malice need not to be feeling of the enmity, spite or ill will or spite of vengeance, but it can be any improper person for motive which motivates the prosecutor, such as to gain the private collateral advantages. Termination of proceedings in the favor of the plaintiff. In a suit for damages for malicious prosecution, it is necessary to show that the proceedings complaint for terminated in favor of the plaintiff, and the termination in favor of the plaintiff does not mean judicial determination of his innocence. It means absence of judicial determination of his guilt. Malice need not to be feel of enmity in spite of ill will or spite of vengeance, but it can be improper person which motivates the prosecutor, such as to gain private collateral advantages. A plaintiff suffered damage as a result of the prosecution. In a suit for damages for malicious prosecution, it is another essential element which the plaintiff is required to prove that the plaintiff suffered damages as a result of the prosecution. In a claim for prosecution, the plaintiff can thus claim damages on the following three counts: that is, damage for plaintiff's reputation, damage to the plaintiff's person, damage to the plaintiff's property. Now moving towards the conclusion, it can be said the malicious proceedings are the proceedings which are initiated with malice intent. The elements which are necessary to the plaintiff to prove in a suit for damages for malicious prosecution must be fulfilled. However, on the basis of the facts and circumstances, the court should decide whether the suit is filed maliciously or not. So by this, I end my video here. Thank you so much for your patient listening.